The starship Elysium drifted silently through the void, its sleek hull reflecting the faint light of a distant sun. On board, Captain Marcus Hale stood in the observation deck, his eyes fixed on the alien planet below. Zorath, a world of shimmering violet oceans and towering crystalline spires, was home to the enigmatic Kryll Empire. The Kryll were a proud, insectoid race, their society built on strict hierarchies and ancient traditions. Marcus had been sent as an emissary of Earth, tasked with establishing diplomatic relations. But nothing could have prepared him for what awaited him on Zorath. The Kryll King, a towering figure with iridescent chitin and eyes like molten gold, greeted Marcus in the grand hall of the royal palace. The air was thick with the scent of exotic spices, and the walls pulsed with bioluminescent light. The king's voice resonated like a deep, melodic hum. "Captain Hale," the king intoned, "your species has intrigued us. Though primitive, you show promise. As a gesture of goodwill, I shall grant you a gift, a rare artifact from our vaults." Marcus bowed, his mind racing. A gift from the Kryll King. This could be the key to securing an alliance. But as the king's attendants brought forth the artifact, Marcus felt a chill run down his spine. It was a small, ornate box, its surface etched with swirling patterns that seemed to shift and writhe as he stared at it. "This," the king declared, "is the essence of Zorath. It contains the distilled wisdom of our ancestors. Guard it well, for it is both a blessing and a burden." Marcus accepted the box, his fingers trembling slightly. He could feel a faint vibration emanating from within, as though the artifact was alive. Little did he know, the king's gift would soon become his greatest rival. The trouble began that very night. As Marcus lay in his quarters, the box began to glow, casting eerie shadows on the walls. A voice, soft and seductive, whispered in his mind, "You are not worthy." Marcus bolted upright, his heart pounding. "Who's there?" he demanded, his voice echoing in the empty room. The voice chuckled, a sound like tinkling glass. "I am the essence, the spirit of Zorath. And you, human, are but a fleeting spark in the vastness of the cosmos." Marcus clenched his fists. "I don't know what you are, but I won't be intimidated by a box." The essence's laughter grew louder, more menacing. "We shall see." From that moment on, the essence tormented Marcus at every turn. It whispered doubts into his mind, undermined his confidence, and even manipulated his surroundings. During a crucial meeting with the Kryll Council, the essence caused Marcus to stumble over his words, making him appear foolish in front of the stoic alien delegates. The king's gift, meant to strengthen ties between their species, was driving a wedge instead. But amidst the chaos, Marcus found an unexpected ally, Queen Lysandra, the Kryll King's consort. Unlike the other Kryll, Lysandra was curious and open-minded. Her exoskeleton shimmered with hues of blue and silver, and her eyes held a warmth that belied her alien nature. She approached Marcus after one particularly disastrous meeting, her voice soft and reassuring. "Do not let the essence's words consume you," she said. "It tests all who bear it. But you are stronger than you realize." Marcus looked into her eyes, and for the first time since arriving on Zorath, he felt a glimmer of hope. "Why are you helping me?" he asked. Lysandra smiled, a gesture that seemed almost human. "Because I see something in you, Marcus Hale. A spark of defiance, a will to endure. It is fascinating." As the days passed, Marcus and Lysandra grew closer. She taught him about Kerwill culture, and he shared stories of Earth. Their bond deepened, and Marcus found himself drawn to her in ways he couldn't explain. But the essence, ever watchful, did not approve. You dare to covet the queen, it hissed one night, its voice dripping with venom. She is beyond your reach, human. You are nothing but a pawn in the king's game. Marcus gritted his teeth. I'm not afraid of you. The essence's laughter echoed in his mind. Then prove it. The final confrontation came during the Festival of Light, a grand celebration held in the heart of the Kryll capital. The city was alive with color and sound, its streets filled with revelers. Marcus stood beside Lysandra on a balcony overlooking the festivities, the essence's box clutched tightly in his hands. You must let it go, Lysandra urged. The essence thrives on conflict. Only by releasing it can you break its hold. Marcus hesitated. But the king gave it to me. If I let it go, it could ruin everything. Lysandra placed a hand on his arm, her touch sending a shiver through him. Trust me, Marcus. Taking a deep breath, Marcus opened the box. A blinding light erupted from within, and the essence's voice roared in his mind. Fool! You cannot defeat me. But Marcus stood firm, his resolve unshaken. I'm not trying to defeat you, he said. I'm letting you go. The light intensified, and for a moment, Marcus felt as though he was being torn apart. Then, with a deafening crack, the essence exploded into 1,000 shards of light, scattering across the city like stars. The crowd below gasped, and the king himself appeared, his expression unreadable. You have done what no other could, he said, his voice tinged with awe. The essence is no more. Marcus looked at Lysandra, a smile tugging at his lips. I couldn't have done it without her. The king's gaze shifted to his queen, and for a moment there was silence. Then, to Marcus's surprise, the king nodded. Perhaps there is more to your species than I thought. In the days that followed, the relationship between Earth and the Kryll Empire flourished. Marcus became a hero not just to his own people but to the Kryll as well. And though his bond with Lysandra remained unspoken, it was clear to all who saw them that something extraordinary had blossomed between them. As Marcus prepared to leave Zorath, Lysandra approached him one last time. Will you return? She asked, her voice tinged with hope. Marcus took her hand, his heart swelling with emotion. Always. And as the Elysium ascended into the stars, Marcus knew that his journey was far from over. For in the vastness of the cosmos, he had found not just an ally, but a love that transcended worlds.